Alrighty, it's one of our favorite parts of the episode here at Reality Check, the runway. And you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Check
or Chuck.
There it is. So if it's a check, it's good. And if it's a chuck,
it's bad.
It's bad. And if it's so good that you can't breathe and you can't think about anything other than this look, it's a reality check.
Yes, okay? Mama.
So we're going to dive into this week's runway. Runways from RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 17, Episode 4. Category is Quilted for Your Pleasure.
Drag Race. Gentlemen, start your engine. Drag Race.
So let's run through the runways and then let's have a conversation about what a quilt is.
Yeah, I think some of these girls need a lesson in what is a quilt, because quilts there were not this episode. I think, we're going to get into these looks, but
a lot of sleeping bags.
There are many ways to quilt. It doesn't just have to be a diamond pattern, it can be lines, whatever. But there were definitely some queens that were not quilted for my pleasure.
I have to agree. Starting off first down the runway,
we have RuPaul. I want to talk about Ru's look. I hated it.
No, this is the outfit repeat. I'm telling you right now. We recently saw it. Yet, I swear to
RuPaul,
God.
never.
No, this is an outfit repeat. Somebody please send a screenshot. It was either last episode or it was the last season or the last All-Star season. But Ru wore this outfit. I promise you. This is an outfit repeat.
Well, I hated it then too, if that's true. So.
It is true. I'm telling you it's true.
I wasn't loving it, the RuPaul look. I don't know. There was just something like frumpy about it.
I'll be honest, the colors, I love the colors. I love the maroon and black. I like the off the shoulder, but like full gown body tee was not down. Like
okay.
Full gown body tee was not down. Like there you have it.
First on the stage, we have Lydia B. Collins in this kind of like couch monster. Like I thought it was cool. I didn't really get it, but it was cool.
It's a sleeping bag onesie, and it reminded me of Dawn's sleepy look from last season when she was like blue and like that whole like, I'm the monster under your bed kind of thing.
I liked it. I mean, it was different for Lydia. It was cool. I liked the concept of kind of being like this old chair that was like alive. I just wish that the look itself had more shape. Like she, again, like last week, she was kind of being swallowed in it. Mm-hmm. And we kind of lost like her body.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I will still give this look a check. I think that she looked a lot better than other girls. And I think that she understood the like, I feel like it was giving quilt.
It's a check for me. I thought it was cool. I like when queens do something different.
Next to the runway, we have Miss Lana, and she had this quilted little mini dress. It wasn't for me.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this look. When they did the close-up shots, all of these colorful kind of like tiles were quilted. They were quilt pieces. They kind of, to me, looked like a bunch of pot holders stuck to a corset. I loved the shape. I loved the hair. We haven't seen this kind of like colorful, fun, little like pop girly from Lana yet. Mm-hmm. So I liked it. I'm going to give it a soft check because it's quilted, it's cute, it's colorful. I just wish it was more, I wish like maybe that whole thing like went all the way down to the ground.
Like a full train or like a full...
Just something.
All the way, yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. I also would give it a soft check. It didn't wow me.
The soft
but
check
like,
for the wig. I like the wig.
I think that she looked good. Was it my favorite? No. Was it my least favorite? No. Soft check.
Talking about least favorites, next to the stage we have one Joella in this literal mattress. She comes out in a Casper purple mattress.
Yeah.
Realness. And at first I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait for the reveal. And then I was waiting. And we saw RuPaul on the back.
Yeah, and it was not it was okay, but like it could have been better.
It was like Temu RuPaul. Yeah. Like it was not very good.
Yeah.
But like if she had taken that off and then there was a same pink fabric look underneath.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would have lived.
Yeah.
I would have lived for that. But it just, I don't know.
It didn't hit the mark.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a chuck.
It is also a chuck. It gave like she wanted to be in Princess Diaries when they go mattress surfing down the staircase, and she just didn't make the cut.
Princess and the Pea. Yeah.
Next to the stage, we had Ariete with this black latex catsuit cross quilted. I appreciate the idea, but to me, it was not executed right.
I think the look is stunning. I think what she had on was absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get a runway category like quilt, you know what RuPaul is expecting. You know what the audience is expecting. Blankets, quilty, crochet-y, like pastel kind of your grandmother's quilt fabrics.
Yeah.
And while technically the accoutrements, the cable train, were quilted.
Say that word again.
Accoutrements.
What is an accoutrement?
The accoutrement, the accessories, the extra bits, the pizzazz, the accoutrements. Yeah, the girls will get it. It's a real word. It's a real word.
Someone get a dictionary.
Alexa, define accoutrements.
Accoutrement is a noun meaning equipment or clothing, especially when used as an accessory. It can also refer to the act of accoutring, which is the process of equipping or
Okay,
adorning.
cooter.
Thanks,
The word is
Alexa.
also used-
Thank you. That's enough.
Okay, a cooter.
Ariete's look was quilted.
Yeah.
Those pieces, the way that they were all joined together, is quilting. But it's just not the way that the category, I think, the audience and RuPaul is expecting it to kind of be like hit over the head.
I agree.
You know.
I definitely agree.
But it's a soft check for me because you still looked really good.
I think I'm going to give this look a chuck. Yeah.
Next to the stage, we have her counterpart in this week's challenge, Jewel Sparkles. And this was really cool, but how was this quilted at all?
So I do have a complaint about like the quilting technique, but like the gown itself, like you were
She
giving
looked sickening.
navy blue Maleficent. If you know, you know. Like
Yeah.
I was here for the construction of the gown.
Yeah.
Did it hit the mark, and was it on? Like
Theme?
yeah, was it on theme? Not necessarily, but like you looked great.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a great look, but it's not quilted, so
Yeah, I mean, like, no, I'll give her a soft check. We're gonna go opposites on each other from Ariete to Jules.
Well, Ariete's, at least there was some quilting. that
Yeah.
happened.
Next to the stage, her Mona Lisa.
I don't remember.
She
had
had like that quilted, like,
Yeah.
talk about a quilt.
No, like, I literally wrote actually love. Like, when I think quilt, this is what I was thinking. Like,
Yes.
I immediately thought, like, okay, something with a big hood and, like, a quilted train and, like, some kind of, like, matching set. This was perfectly quilted. It was pastel. It looked good on her. Her body was right.
Mhm.
The hair was right. It's a check.
The fabrics, like, blended into every piece of her outfit so beautifully.
Mhm.
It is definitely a check, Miss Mona Lisa.
It's a little simple,
Yes.
you know, it's just a trained coat and a bodysuit under there, you know, but it hits the theme. It looked good. It fit right. I'll give you a check. Next to the stage, my favorite from the episode, and I think my first ever reality check, Miss Crystal Envy. I'm going to give it a reality check. This coat was just, it was just
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. It was screaming rich. It was screaming quilted. And then she takes off this red delicious apple bodysuit underneath. And
With
it's
the quilting on the
on the sides.
Ah.
Like, it was just, body was tea, the mug was stamped, the hair was so interesting.
Mhm.
It's a reality check for me. I think
Yeah.
This is the best she's looked all season.
I also think it's the best she's looked all season. I'm not going to give her a reality check, but like she was like almost there for me. Like
I loved it.
she looked gorgeous. She looked like she was coming out of her castle, and then
Yeah.
she like opened it up and was like, party in the front, like let me take this gown off and let me give you body down tea. Check. Next to the stage, we had Miss Susie motherfucking Toot. She came out with this like maroon quilt dress, but with like velvet in it. Like,
Yeah, it was interesting. It was very Game of Thrones. It was very
oh, that headpiece too.
Yeah, it was very like the Dragon Keeper, you know,
Yeah.
maiden in a tavern.
Well-
It was cute. I liked that she switched up her makeup. We got to see a different face from her.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't love that the wig was so flat, but that's fine. It just wasn't screaming quilt. to me. Again, I mean.
Oh, she had the patchwork on the bottom.
It was more patchwork to me, but I think I'll give her a check.
I'm gonna give her a soft check. It wasn't my favorite. That's all I gotta say.
Next to the stage, we have Sam Starr, and she came out in this kind of like pillow, saltine cracker headpiece in this navy blue. She's wearing a navy blue gown again down the runway, second week in a row, which, she can't really help it, but I just noticed that. I thought she looked good. This is perfectly good. I loved the quilted mermaid train at the bottom. It's a check for me.
It's like a hard check for me. Like, I don't know if people loved her headpiece. I loved her headpiece.
Yeah,
it was giving like bedtime. Like, it was giving. I don't know. I can't even explain what it was giving, but it was great, and I loved it. It gave it. Next to the stage, we had Acacia. Acacia forgot. Quilt mini dress. I loved the hair wrap. I thought that cute little that was cute. I feel like it was a little simple.
I loved it.
It was good. Like, she looked really good. I feel like this is going to sound weird, but like her garden dress, like it reminded me, like, if you just like cut her garden dress off and like gave her a regular figure and then like threw a quilt. So basically change everything about it. Right. But like, I don't know. It looked like something she's been in before, but it also looked good. Like, it looked good. For me, a soft check.
Yeah, I like it. It's a check. I like that it had some family ties, and I thought the wig and the doilies on the wig were really good. Her makeup looked good. It fit right, and it was quilted.
Yeah.
It was real quilts.
Yeah.
So check for me. Next to the stage, we have Anya Nerve in this black gown with quilting kind of wrapped around it. This traditional kind of African quilting methods.
Like patchwork, like square patch.
And so what I want to say is, regardless of anything about the gown, the way that the fabric was wrapped around the dress was not flattering.
Yeah.
It came across and then below the hips and then down at the feet. I just wish that it came like across the chest, right across the hips. I just wish that the way that the beautiful quilting was wrapped was more flattering.
Yeah.
It looked like it was kind of like pulling down.
Yeah. I don't like, I piggybacking off of that, I don't think that it flattered her body necessarily. Yeah. I feel like my problem right now with queens wearing black is just like the stage is so dark, and I feel like we don't get to see their figure that well. There needs to be some kind of like, we either got to like lay off the black fabric or like put some more lighting on the stage. Yeah, the stage this season is very dark. Like, now that the floor is completely black, it's difficult to see queens who are wearing black. Yes, exactly. That's like, I feel like I would have appreciated the look more if I was able to like see it in different light. No, exactly. like I feel like when she's walking down, like all I really saw was those two strips of quilted pattern. Yeah. And the quilted pattern was beautiful. Like, it looked so well done. There were so many different colors, a lot of different patterns, but it just didn't give what it gave to the judges, for me as a viewer. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. It's a check for me. Yeah, I have to second that. A soft check. Next to the stage, we have Miss Lexi Love and this like black fishnet, like like the leg lamp. Yeah. Like, she was like a walking leg, sexy leg lamp. Like, it was fierce. She looked great. You could see rhinestones. So like, but even then, like, she wore a black piece, but there was so much detail of different color that we saw. Like, I saw her figure. She had things everywhere. She looked gorgeous. Check. Absolute check. Yes. Our final contestant, bring it to the stage, bring it to the runway, is Miss Corey King. And she comes out in this like red and brown and cream quilted, like ruched, ruffly peplum with the girls out, and this like really potato sacky train. The train needed work. And this like little like bellhop hat. Like, I don't understand. I wish she would have just came out with the braid. Honestly, yeah. It would have done wonders, I think, for the look. But I think the idea was there. It just wasn't as
executed well as well as it could have been.
So what you're saying is that Miss Plain Jane and Big Atlas need to work on their sewing skills.
For this look, yes.
I have to second that. They need to go on. They need to get a Penny's pointer because that like the gown could have been so gorgeous if they just like let the train be.
Yeah, the body was tea. The corset was there. Like, I'm not a big fan of exposed corsets when it's just an exposed corset.
Yeah.
You know, I wish that if you're gonna add an exposed corset, cover it in the same fabric. For me. So it's going to be a check for Miss Corey King. For me.
I will have to second the check. I don't mind the corset. I honestly didn't even mind the fact that we could see her breastplate from the back. Like, yeah. I could look over that if the train was just like a train. Like you said, like the sack of potato. Like, Carson said it best. She was dragging a dead body back there. Like, too heavy. All right, well, that was our runway. Who was a standout for you? Crystal. Yeah, like
it was just gorgeous. It was absolutely perfect. It was absolutely gorgeous.
And our least favorite, we don't even need to discuss, Joella. It just, girl, like, go back to Mattress Firm and go on discount for 70% off.
Oh my God, Sealy mattress sale, baby.
Listen,
she got it on sale.
Honestly, just put it on the side of the road and give it up for free.
That wraps up this week's episode of Check or Chuck. Be sure to check out our full episode of Reality Check, where we break down RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 4 in detail, right on this same YouTube channel. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.